alias right there in the enhanced version. When you zoom in, you can see the circle, and on now you can see the 3 corners and the connectors between the 3 corners.
Oh wow, yeah, you see that.
And then when you actually blow it up with a real computer, right in the middle is a completely dark area.
Wow.
Not like the rest of the image.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm in land between the lakes. I want to meet Gary. He's one of my fellow neighbors in the camping area. How you doing, Gary?
Doing pretty good about yourself, man.
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Now even better now. But what we're going to get to do is take a look at his rig, and then we're going to talk to him a little bit more about some other stuff. But so tell us a little bit about this thing.
Well, it's a 2015/16 Jeep Patriot. Pretty much plain Jane type of vehicle. But what I did when I purchased it, I had 2 other vehicles before this one. I converted it over to what is designated as a sport recreational vehicle instead of a sport utility vehicle. It's actually a mini RV, mini camper in the back.
Oh.
Everybody goes, "Oh, you sleep in your vehicle." And it's like, well, no, there's a difference. No, this is designed to be.
You know, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it has.
Let's take a look at some of the stuff.
It has all the basic stuff that a Jeep has. Of course, it's a Jeep, so
it's a Jeep. And it's a Patriot.
It's a Patriot, definitely.
Now, I didn't know you could do this, guys, so you might want to check into this if you want to get out a little bit.
Pretty much everything that you can get for these things. Let me get this off here and dry it out. Pretty much everything you can get for these things can be purchased separately, or
that is so cool.
Or as a kit, put together as a kit. One of the things that catches everybody's eye is the back end.
Boom. Now, did that come with it?
You can buy these separately, but when I bought it all together, yes, it did.
Okay, so
and there's several versions of this. It's actually made by Napier. That's not my last name.
Okay.
If I can say Napier, no. This is the name of the thing.
Okay.
This is the Sport Cove.
Sport Cove.
I chose this one because the other versions required a flat area behind the vehicle.
Oh, okay.
With this one, obviously, you don't need a flat area, just some place to tie off to or anchor points.
Okay, so you can actually take some stakes and actually pull these out and stake them down?
I think is mainly designed like that just by the way these things are cut.
Yeah.
It's more of a downward angle.
Okay.
But with the reason why I chose this one is that it actually gives you some shade. And as you saw when we walked by, there's a solar panel that's along with it.
Yeah.
So
the solar panel actually comes with the kit.
Well, it's
the Jeep.
The Jeep, the kit.
The package.
Yep.
That's insane. So, didn't know this stuff.
You got to kind of design your failures, I guess would be a way of saying it.
Okay.
I chose this because it gave shade, and it also, you can angle the vehicle or position the vehicle to where the solar panel would be in the sunlight when it's there.
Okay.
And would also provide shade because you're looking at 180 degree different point of view to the sunshine, which, as you see, it's pretty shady.
It's really shady back here, yeah.
But here,
let's go take a look at it. This is pretty cool, guys.
It's super easy to put up. I'm not exactly Arnold Schwarzenegger, so I do have a little bit of mobility problems, and with my hands not being as strong as they were, the rod, the tension rod, is very giving. It's very easy to put up, very easy to take down. But
that is so cool.
Now with
Okay.
the extras that are in here, obviously you see the mattress. This is a 4-inch high density. You see the cushion on the top. The big selling point to this was I stuck a soda can underneath it, laid down on it, and I couldn't feel the soda can.
Wow.
Also, well,
Now all this comes with the package, or do you put this
in? You can
in?
buy it separately.
It comes with the package. You can get it in the package, or you can buy it separately.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, also underneath here, which I don't because you get lousy reception, is a 19-inch flat screen TV that works off of the house battery.
Okay. So you have a house battery on this also.
And I have internet.
Okay.
So I'm really roughing it like the $500,000 RVs are. But the best part of it, it's just me, so I don't need a 50-foot RV.
Yeah.
But it's just me, so to utilize all the space appropriately or adequately, efficiently, you want to predetermine what you need to carry, how much you need to carry, and the weight of the stuff you're going to carry.
Okay.
Kind of like a bug out bag for the people with that idea in mind. Throughout the time, there's various configurations I can do with this. I got my water drinks sitting off to the side in a little caddy that I actually had to make, but it's all right there, and I have absolutely no problems, no issues.
Look how big this thing is, guys. I mean, you look outside of a Jeep this size, you don't think there's this much room.
No. There is.
This is
with this extension out, you have almost 7 feet.
Wow.
Of lay down room.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to call it. And I'm by no means 7 feet tall. I'm barely pushing 5'11". I'm an inch short of being 6. But anyway,
And the thing is, guys, look at all this room. If you really wanted to turn this into a true, I mean, like a full expedition and do it, you could put some cabinets in here. You can pull out drawers.
Actually,
and a bed on this side.
One of the things I opted out on was one of those 12-volt refrigerators, and it would have fit back where my first response bag is.
Oh, okay.
And it would have fit right there. That's what that like different colored mat is there for.
Yeah.
It's,
right there.
Yeah, for the air, refrigerator. But I opted out on that because it was just,
that, Matt.
Don't really need it.
Okay. But if you wanted to make this a Nomad mobile, this is a viable option. Now, what's your gas mileage on this thing?
35.
Wow. Do you imagine, guys, being a Nomad and get 35 miles to the gallon?
Now, the other two vehicles I had...
You could skip the Prius.
I had a GMC Envoy, decked out kind of like this, and my first one was a Hummer H3, which all the Hummer fans know that, well,
The seats don't fold down.
Yes, they don't lay very flat, which doesn't make any sense. Why they design stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as doing things yourself, Jeep is a pretty well-known brand, and they're still making them to some extent. Hummer, however, they stopped making them, so parts got hard to get.
I see.
So you had to be your own fabricator, which became an issue after a while.
I see.
And the Envoy was really just a Walmart runner. It was nice on the inside, had all the little goodie bells and whistles, but it just wasn't designed to be not necessarily abused, but used.
Yeah.
There's
a difference. You got to, something that's designed to get out and get in it.
A big difference. But this style or this format, layout, design is not just for Jeeps. Anything that has a opening like this, obviously this one has the
up like that, yeah. See, I got an Expedition
that
I've been thinking about wanting to do something like this with. Now, I've been looking at the full tent.
Yes,
comes out.
I'm just getting ready to say this particular style is for that design of tailgate. you have the freestanding tents that are actually this, and then you have a 10 by 10 or an 8 by 8 freestanding that is part of this.
Yeah.
Those are great once you find a good area to set up.
Yeah, that's what I would think would be.
I had one of those a while back, and the issue that I had with them, if you're going to be off the grid, not in Walmart parking lot,
correct,
a level spot is very hard to find.
So what do you do about this, not finding a level spot? Is it?
Well, I don't need a level spot back here.
Right.
But when I pull in and I'm just a little out of kilt, I'll either use a local rock, flat rock, and jetty it, or I actually have some of those RV jack pads.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some too. I don't use them.
They kind of look like big
like Legos.
Lego blocks.
Yeah.
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 Or
I got some, but I never get them out. I just find some rocks like I just did. I showed there.
Now the other part of that is to stick more to the low impact way of doing it. Is that if you can raise one side, why not lower the other? So you figure out where you're going to park at. Dig a little area with your utility device, your shovel, and boom, you're leveled up on the other way. Instead of jacking up, you're lowering. So it's the same thing. Same principle. But then when you get ready to leave, if you're of that capacity of where you have time to pull out, you back the vehicle to a different, you move the vehicle, you refill the hole, no sign of being there.
That's right.
And you're gone.
No trace.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep. Yeah. Now the other parts of this, like we were talking about the freestanding and all that stuff, I did it on my own, and I wish they would actually design it into the system, would be an extended awning.
I've actually seen those.
Yep.
Not like this. This is much better. I'm like you. I'd rather have this with an extended awning, but I have seen the ones that connect to the back, just the awning. But this is so much better.
Well, one of my buddies that has the, it's not a CJ, but it's the Recon.
Okay.
He's got the Recon, and he's
Recon or Rubicon?
Recon. I think's the name of it. But anyway.
Okay, yeah, whichever. It's the larger.
And his awning actually rolls up on the side of the Jeep.
Oh, okay.
It's like the RV awnings.
Yeah.
I saw that, and of course, it's like, how do you rig that? They make them like that. And it's not a big 12-foot awning. It's a little 8 by 10 or 8 by, I mean,
that's a good size awning.
It's the size of the vehicle, and it looks pretty good on here.
I like that.
I made my own from a rain, what do they call it for tents? The
thing that goes over the tents.
Rain cover. And it actually attaches to the front with strings, and it comes back, and we'll go back about 4 or 5 feet, and it gives you extra shade back here.
Okay.
In case you don't have a tent, or you don't have a tree overhead. I wish they would design something like that for these, where you could just attach it to the cord, the rod, or a zipper here, and just extend it out. But I'm not their technical rep, so
no. They always get you some big clips
but these things are so easy and so non-technical. I mean, come on, people. Almost anybody can do it. Now, one of the other things I did do, and I don't know if you notice this, but there's protectors on the.
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah,
here.
this.
And mainly because there's never the right size tree, I put bungee cords on the ends of them. Like, this is a pretty good sized tree, so I can pull it and wrap around it.
Right.
If I'm up to one that's a little bit smaller, I can run around it. Keep in mind, though, a lot of places don't want you to attach things to living trees. I got a a tree shield, I think it's called. It's material that you wrap around the tree, so when you run your line around it, you don't damage the bark.
Right.
You know, the bears will, the deer, the moose will,
but you can't.
But we can't.
It's
but,
knucklehead.
Well, you know, that's America. But anyway,
It's
you know, that's one of the other things. I don't have it on here, just because I was in a hurry.
You don't need it.
Yeah.
I mean, this, guys, look, this is not going to hurt a tree bark. It's just not going to happen. Even this buckle, this is not, I mean, come on, guys. This is like a 70, 80, maybe even 100-year-old tree. This bark, you could shoot it with a 45, and all you're going to do is make a hole. It ain't coming off. It ain't going to hurt it. And it just, yeah. Anyway, you don't get me on that rant. You guys know me.
You know, people that are interested in this style. Again, I'm not an employee of Napier. I don't get anything from them. There are other companies,
let me get just a close up so you guys can see.
Other sources of these things.
That's the name of it.
For me, I kind of wonder who came up with the color schemes, because some of them you cannot hide them. You know, and if you're in a get away from mode, you know, depending on if your vehicle is running or if you come across a vehicle, you got something like this in your pack, you can utilize the vehicle as a overnight shelter or an extended place to be.
That's pretty cool.
But you don't want orange and yellow and bright colors.
Wouldn't think.
No, you would kind of want them to be kind of neutral. This is about the most neutral that I've seen.
This is a good looking situation here.
Yep.
I've been wanting this. I got anyway, doesn't matter. We're gonna keep talking about you.
But now,
anyway.
to get
Now
back.
tell me, let's go back to these screens. This screen situation.
Okay, so let's go ahead and back these down.
Now this is part of the package. That's the reason I'm bringing it up, so you guys can see this. And I mean, it's
now
Jeep's got it going on.
Now this didn't see what would be a way of saying. A lot of people don't know about this capabilities or this way of doing it. There are other sources out there. I wish I knew the names of them, but I spent a long time on the internet looking up all this junk.
I'm the same way.
There's a group out there that actually designs the screens that fit over top of the door.
Yes, have seen those.
You might as well put a neon flag up. The only issue with that is that if it's raining or you're having weather issues, that screening is going to conduct that water, is going to draw that water. You know, everybody goes, well, if I'm in a tent that's waterproof, why am I getting wet on the inside? That's because you're touching the material. Yeah. That moisture is being wicked in. But these, best view, these are actually tucked into the window door trim frame.
Okay.
And nothing is going to.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
To go in, and as you see, it actually stops things from being blown in.
Yeah.
I have had these down, the windows down, driving down the road at highway speed. Nothing really happens to them, you know, but you get a lot of debris in that way. But this is just a typical sunshade.
Gotcha.
That I know you can get them online, but they just so happen to come with the front screen.
Oh, okay.
And it gives an extra sun deterrent, sun block,
sure,
and somewhat of a privacy element to it.
Yeah.
This, in my opinion, the screens in the windows, I don't know why they don't come like that through the factory.
Yeah.
I don't understand the issues, because you know.
Why not have a screen built in it?
I don't know, especially with an off-road or a vehicle that you're going to be taking someplace, not in your garage.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
Yeah, and if you got kids or somebody or things in the back seat, and you got the window down, that's easy access, both in and out. But if you have a barrier up there, a screen, or I don't want to say bars, because there are vehicles with bars in the back seats.
Yeah, we don't want those. We don't want to be in those.
But if you have something up here, that adds a little security to it.
Yeah.
It keeps the honest guy out.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Gary, is there anything else you want to show us about your rig? Is it four-wheel drive?
Yes, it's a Jeep.
Well, not all Jeeps are four-wheel drive.
It's a four-wheel drive. It actually does very well on the road. Now, that's the other thing. If you're looking at or thinking about or wondering why your vehicle is having issues off the road, it could be the tires.
Okay.
Street tires are not made to be other than on blacktop or concrete.
Gotcha.
That's just the tread design. Do your homework. But if you have something that's a little more aggressively treaded, I don't mean big mud tires and no, they won't never last.
Right.
But if you have what do they call them? AT tire, all
terrain tire.
Mud, snow, sand,
right,
whatever your area that you live in.
Like those guys.
They're
like a tread, something like that.
Aggressive enough.
Aggressive, but
to where I can get the job done. They're quiet enough to where you don't tell people you're coming 2 miles before you get there. You don't hear the
Yeah.
The suspension part of this, again, I wish I was able to convince the manufacturers that the seat height to some people are important if they have mobility issues.
Okay.
To get in and out. Headroom is just as much. Now, I know that the dynamics of the vehicle, you can't make it too top heavy, you can't do certain
Correct.
things, you have the wind tunnel design, but if I was to do this one different, I would have put maybe a 2 or 3 inch lift kit on it, so you have a little more headroom when you approach the vehicle.
So maybe a 2 or 3 inch and a little beefier tires.
But then you're throwing your gas mileage off.
Hey, so you're already getting 32 miles a gallon. Oh, sorry, you're going to get 29.
Yeah,
I'll hurt your feelings for more of aggressive. Yep. But again, you got to look at the motor and drivetrain if they can handle that situation.
That was, most of these are designed for the I don't say that housewife to get back and forth. I know that's very un-PC, but Jeep was known as an off-road company. I mean, there was
for a long time.
Jeep was, general purpose vehicle, but they kind of got more down to the domestic aspects.
Yeah. Well, they had to.
Yeah,
if they're going to stay in business, they had to.
That's the way it is.
Yeah.
I think there should be the availability to alter, or not maybe, to alter the vehicle's profile or status. The little 2.4s and the 3.0 engines, why not put a small Hemi or a small V8 in one of these things and make it truly capable of off-roading?
Well, you look at the Ford F-150s now, their main engine's a V6.
Yeah, I mean, and
they're bad boys. They're pumping out 360, 370 horsepower and out of that V6 and getting 20 miles to the gallon in the city.
Yeah.
So
you take
that's turboed.
Take some of these ideas that they come up with, and some generators are bigger than the motors that are in these cars.
That's true.
And it's like, wow.
It's true.
But no. And anyway, that's the basic rig.
That's nice.
Any vehicle. I've even seen them with the little Outback. Was it the Subaru
Outback? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They got the conversions all the way up to the big expeditions and what's the Suburbans and stuff like that with them. Now, of course, they're not within the same fuel mileage.
Yeah, I know. My Expedition is 13 to 15.
The same way. So if you got a big boy vehicle, they make the stuff for it. Or if you got the little first timer type of vehicle or more economical type of vehicle, you can be decked out just as bad or just as good.
Yeah.
It's
my Expedition is 18, 19 feet long. So I mean, it's almost as long as that thing.
Yeah.
I got the EL.
Yeah.
But in the back of that, it's an amazing amount of room.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
You take the H3, had even more issues with the seat, issues with headroom getting in and out. It was a little bit higher, so that was some concern with me. But from the outside, it's like, oh wow, this looks like you got maybe 3 or 4 feet of space. Now, and then if you're going to really be seriously about converting it, sacrifice the second row seats, and you got a full-size, queen-size bed back there.
Okay.
So if you're not necessarily a solo traveler, plenty of room.
Okay.
Plenty of room.
That, you're right. That would be hard to even recognize out of an H3.
Yeah. And I highly recommend darkening the windows to
whatever's legal.
Whatever you can do. And
I agree.
Blackouts. I don't know if this is kind of hard to see, but there's actual blackout inside of this window.
Yeah,
I got it popped out now just to try to get some airflow. But highly recommend that you come up with some kind of idea with that.
Absolutely.
They do make them sort of. I recommend making your own, mainly because they're more easily replaced than a manufactured one.
They're expensive. Those people that make them, they're proud of them. I'm not. I mean, more power to them. People can afford them, but to do a window like this is over $100.
Oh yeah, easy
to have made and sent to you. It's just crazy. Even
now, this whole system you're talking about, the ease of stuff and the flexibility, the wide range of applications. This particular setup, I can get pulled into a spot, set up within 5 minutes, and I can break down within 2.
Nice.
And it has two points of contact up on the hood,
which is there, which we didn't talk about, but you bring it around to the front.
Now with this,
up there,
if you have luggage, cargo carrier, you just attach it to the cargo carrier.
Gotcha.
That's the way this is designed. Or if you have a push bar, it'll go to the push bar.
Gotcha.
But there's 2 here and 2 on the tires to kind of suck everything in.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Within a couple minutes, I'm out of here.
Yeah, it's right there. So that's,
I am out of here.
Around there, which I'm gonna do a video of it anyway.
Which I've had to evac several times because of weather, and it just came up on you. You
can do that quick.
The blind side.
Woo, can do that quick.
This, I had this up in about 70 mile an hour winds, and it held up really good. Had to do with relative positioning, but it held up. But this was a little bit more than that. I broke it down in about 2 minutes, and I was gone.
When you're in a hurry, when you got the adrenaline pumping.
Bubba's got to do what Bubba's got to do.
Well, all right, Gary.
Yes, sir.
Definitely appreciate you letting us.
No problem at all.
Well, we kind of invaded your space, so I do want to talk to you about some other stuff. That'll be a separate video, but I think we can wrap this one up. I appreciate it, Gary.
Yeah, no problem at all. Hope everybody got some idea. Mine is mine. The stuff is out there, both on the market, and if you can find a custom shop in your area or an off-road shop in your area, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to, hold your checkbook for you or a credit card, depending on you.
Very good, very good. Yeah.
But I recommend shopping around. It's not that hard to because if you have to set it up, you might as well design what you want.
It makes sense, yeah.
And if you're paying someone the money to build it initially, but you have to redo it every time. So why not go out and get what you want, how you can handle it,
Mm-hmm.
and get it done? You know, don't settle for no as an answer, or it's
Amen.
can't be done, or
Yes.
some.
You don't know how many times those
Typical.
solar panels over there, you don't know how many people told me that can't be done.
Yeah,
that won't
don't-
work.
Yeah, don't.
And I'm sorry, the Lord told me it would, and I did it, and it did it.
Yeah,
It worked.
like he said, he had one of his rant and raves. Mine is putting up with other people's things they think you need, and it's like, no, this is what I want. You
Yeah.
know, I don't want what you want. I want what I want. Super easy to adapt, modify, customize if that's what you want to do. You know,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Total overall, of course, you know, money talks depending on the color of credit card you got.
Yeah, that's true.
But this, not including the price of the vehicle, because that's
Yeah.
extremely negotiable. This was less than $1,000.
The whole package. Wow.
Yep. And even if I would go out and buy it separately, for example, the extension off the back is around $200.
Yeah, those things are pretty reasonable, actually.
Yep. The freestanding ones are in the $300 range.
Yeah. I talked to a person down in Pickwick that had a one that, you know, hooked up like this, and the freestanding like we're talking about, under $300. Paid
Yeah.
$287 for it.
Yeah. So
Now, it
you
wasn't that big. It was like 6x6 or something like. No, I guess it was an 8x8, something like that. But
you don't need to bring your whole house with you when, shall I say, that should be not an option.
yeah,
But the screens, well, the TV, the house, the battery bank.
now
all
what
that
size
stuff.
battery bank do you have in here?
Yeah, I wish I knew the serial number, but it's a lithium marine grade house bank battery.
Is it lithium?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. I went that way.
You know, but what? Do you know how many amp hours?
I wish I did.
Okay.
The same way with the solar panels. Like, it was on it when it was new. That's been a couple of days ago, so I forgot what it was. To me, it wasn't important,
Yeah.
because
As long as it runs your stuff, who
yeah,
cares?
I figured, okay, if I need it at the max, and I'm not available in an area to get sunlight, how long will this battery last me?
That's what you got to figure out.
So if you're on a 3-day, 5-day, 7-day thing, okay, well, this battery will last me 2 or 3 weeks without charging, with the minimal amount of draw.
Right.
Now, if I want to be stupid and have everything on, it's your opinion. Yeah, that's your
Well,
option.
the good thing about with a smaller system like this, it's really simple to get a DC to DC charger,
Yep.
or for your alternator to charge
That's
it.
the other thing I wish they had. I know on some
You
vehicles,
can put it on there. It's
Yep.
not,
I know in some vehicles they actually come with, as you drive, it charges, like if you got a boat behind you, it charges the batteries on the boat or the
Right.
RV or something.
right, you can do that, yeah.
Why not? Other than the alternator. Of course, this thing is also wired into the standard alternator, but I got solar panel. And
So your battery bank back here is wired into your alternator.
I got a isolating switch,
Yeah.
which looks like a little miniature
Okay.
RV boat motor, a
Right.
boat,
Yeah, I've got one on that one.
Yep.
Know exactly what
but
you're
it's
talking
not that big. It's,
Yeah,
just
mine was
little off
that
on.
big, and I've got two. I've got a starting battery, a house battery, and my lithium battery. So I've got
Yeah.
a lot going on over
I mean,
there.
it's just so easy to do. I think once you start writing down or acknowledging what you want and what your needs and what your capacity is, it's unlimited.
Yes, it can be really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I wish they would give you the option of choice of colors and the tints, or pay an extra $50 and choose your color.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it matched your vehicle, wouldn't it?
Well,
But
that's okay.
no, it's very good. Okay, this is a very nice rig, very nice setup. I do like it. Okay, Gary, I've taken enough of your time on this
Oh,
one.
no worries, man. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. We'll take care.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Guys, have a good one.
Yeah.